Well, there we go. It's officially Christmas time kind of thing. We didn't have the Manx Youth Orchestra concert that we normally do, that well and truly shows the start of Christmas, but we had the Tractor Christmas lights run thing. That was last night. It was supposed to be on Saturday, but Storm Darragh pushed that back a night. But what a show. The young farmers, absolutely amazing. They do a wonderful job, and all the companies which sponsor and stuff, absolutely fantastic. One day, yeah, we might try and do it, take one of these. Need a fair bit of washing. There's the New Holland, which is somewhere over there. It's tax disc time as well, so needing to get new tax discs in these. This week I think we've got much better weather. Look, blue skies, clear. It is a little bit chilly. Needing to keep moving around this morning. What's on the jobs for this week? Much the same as last week. It's just that time of year. Like I say, Groundhog Day. You know, you're ticking by one thing after the other, and it is just the same stuff. So we have this morning, I've just had to do a bit of an investigation onto something on the New Holland handler. So the New Holland telehandler has a fuel leak. So we've ordered up a new lift pump for that. So that is now sat out of commission there because we A, don't want it leaking fuel, and B, the fuel that it is leaking we think might be trying to leak into the oil. So that's going to need to have its oil dropped once we've changed the lift pump. So the best thing to do is park it there. So that's all parked and left. Milling wise, plenty of food for Tamsin there for the pigs. So she's got loads to work at. We might need more before Christmas, maybe just another bag or two before Christmas, but we can sort that. The JCB handler had a new alternator the other week, and battery, because that was not working very well. Yeah, I think it's just going to be a case of getting a bit sorted out. My pile of sweepings is getting bigger. This is just the easiest place with the big broom to sweep it to, so I'll try and collect them up and probably get rid of them because no one seems to be coming to collect them. We've had someone collect some few bits from down at the bottom, but nothing major. Yeah, so I think obviously we've got, what have we got left till Christmas? 2.5 weeks. 2.5 weeks left till Christmas. So just making sure everything is as tidy as it can be and sorted up and ready to go for a quieter period over Christmas would be good. Yeah, right. I'm going to get the tax disc in that and then go do something. See you in a bit. Okay, so Tuesday, chilly day, and having done a little bit of a wash down on the trailer. This is the dump trailer. Just got it on the back of the New Holland still, which I've also given a wash down. The other side is cleaner than this side. I've just got this light cluster to replace. So unfortunately it took a bit of a bash when it was being borrowed by someone who was moving muck. So I've got new shiny bits here. So new light and a light guard. The other side, the light has cracked, but the light has cracked when someone else was using it, so that's now their fault to fix. So I'm going to get this changed. It is bent back a bit, so I'm going to see what I can do to correct that whilst we're using it, but at least then we've got lights back on the back of this, because this one doesn't work at all. There's no life in that. So yeah, gonna crack on with this and see where we get. I'll try and set the camera up so you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, I don't think that looks much like that, does it? So yeah, old light off, definitely past its best. So what I'm going to do is, hang on, let me just, my handy phone mount, yeah, socket. So yeah, I just need to straighten up that corner first. That bolt's a little bit bent back in there, but I think we'll be all right with that. And as I say, the other side took a beating, so that's bent back, that lens is cracked. Yeah, but that's for someone else to sort. This has thankfully been paid for by the person who did break it, but when they broke this side and agreed on that, that side was still fine. It was just the one. They have managed to hit something fairly good, because this is bent as well. These are the legs, which if you're using the ramps to put a digger on, we don't have ramps, they didn't come with it. You put the legs down so that you don't wreck the suspension when the weight of the digger comes up. But this is quite a high load bed, so to put a digger on top of this, you're going to have a hell of a lot of height and weight on it. So yeah, it's definitely not something we're going to want to do. So I'm going to try and get that bit straightened using the good old trusty adjustable spanner, I think, somewhere. Just a small one, and then we'll see if I can get the new guard on. Whizzy gun, good old digger gun. Makes these jobs so much easier. Might need an extension on that. I'm going to have to tighten that up by hand with the other one, because it's just a bit tight here. But what I can do on the next one is go in through the framework. Right, one more. Fixed, done. Look at that. Absolutely fantastic. Bit of a wobble on it, but that's because of this bolt up in here. Yeah. impressed with that. Just now need to check that they work and we'll be good. Look at that, sunny weather. It is chilly, but pretty nice actually. I was really cold earlier because when I was pressure washing this off, the pressure washer wouldn't do any hot water. So it was just blowing cold water, mist at me the whole time. Maybe I should start wearing trousers. Who knows? That's a daft idea, isn't it? Just working out around at the end of the day, and I don't know if you can hear that, but just being serenaded by John with his amazing mouth organ playing skills. Absolutely fantastic. Just been doing a bit of greasing up on this, got the light changed on that, got a lens ordered for the other side, so that's going to be coming in a couple of days. The unfortunate thing is it had to come all the way from Germany, so we'll see how that affects us on import tax and custodies and anything else like that. Oh, little Robin, you see it there? Just gone, typical. Yeah, so I've been having issues trying to get grease into these double cardan UJs down here. This one's okay to get to. The one at the back is an absolute nightmare. Not managed to work out the easiest way to get into that yet. I have swapped the heads around on my grease gun, so I now have the clamping head. So I've managed to grease most of the back axle apart from that bearing on either side, well, that UJ on either side. Same on the front axle, that's been done. I've got grease into this on the boom, missing a grease nipple down on the bottom, and I've been able to get grease onto a couple of the boom arms, but I need to get the arm all the way up and do that properly. So this is getting a little bit better. I greased that the other day, so that's good. I need to wash that and just give that a bit of a TLC because I don't like it sitting on the mixer, but it has to. I do need a new air filter for that as well, so I'm going to get that sorted. Air filter is in the cab air because it kind of fell apart because there's so much dust. Unfortunately, when I connected it up, I'd left the fan going, so it drew in a load of dust, so that needs a little bit of attention. I need to drop this grease gun down to someone else because this one is going elsewhere now. Yeah, so that's end of Tuesday. Woof. It's been a busy one. I've just also, one thing that I forgot done, just took the feed bags for Tamsin up to Tamsin because it's just better time management for her. So I've took 2 out of the 5 that are here up to her. So she's got the feed there in their barn, so she doesn't have to be coming down because potentially that can mean 2 trips a day to here from Derby, which is up that way, which is not great. So I put them on my trailer, my big trailer, took them, just unloaded them up at her end, and they're in the barn now. Yeah, I need to get the sweepy brush on, hopefully when I'm back on Thursday, for cleaning where I pressure washed everything off, because that's getting a bit mucky now. But on Thursday I'm going to have a roller doing rolling around the cottage that we were working on the other day, so getting everything ready for concreting down there, which I think is going to be happening next week. So we're slowly getting there. Just found a feather. All right, I'm off home on my joyously early finish time and making fried rice tonight, although I think I need to go do a bit of shopping. I wonder if there's anything in the shops yet. We'll find out. Hello. So it is the evening and I'm doing a little bit of a funny job in the dark, in the cold, but I'm starting on the making of the wren pole. So this is one of the 2 rings, so there's going to be a ring going the other way. It's going to be made out of that. And so this is made out of willow, and then I've got the staff and the holly and ivy, which is going to get wrapped around all this to make it. It is a bit later than I intended doing this. Little strands of willow, which I've just cut off our willow tree in the garden. And all I'm doing is just giving them a little tweak, which is just going to tempt it into the right shape. So this was perfectly straight when I first started. So you can see that it's starting to get a bit of a turn to it. Obviously it goes quite thin down here. So what I'll do, arrange it into a circle-ish, about the same size as the other one. I'm just going to wrap the ends around, preferably without it splitting like it just did, and then what I'll do is I'll get a couple of different, sorry, let's stay under the light, don't I? A couple of different lengths. I've got another 2 to go up. I did have a third, but the dog just bit the end of it, so trying to run off with it. There is one dog, that's a Maple. The Willow's just gone back that way. Yeah, so hopefully I'll show you this tomorrow when it's daylight and you can see what it looks like. Good evening. Out in the garage with my cup of hot Ribena and my Wren pole. So this is a Wren pole, which the joys of being married to a teacher is you get all kinds of wacky projects, and this is one of them. So for those that don't know, on the Isle of Man, on St. Stephen's Day, which is Boxing Day, I believe, if I'm right, there is a thing called Hunt the Wren, which happens, which is a very cultural thing over here with dancing and singing. And this has been done as part of a school performance, hence I've been asked to make it. And in typical me fashion, I'm kind of going a bit over the top on it. So the Wren pole is made all from natural things. There's nothing man-made going in here. The string is actually sisal, which is a natural fibre, so that will all rot down and everything. The two circles are made by Willow, which are actually harvested out of our garden. It's a sycamore stem in the middle, and then I will be adorning it and decorating it with holly and ivy, probably more on the ivy side because it's going into school, primary school, so I don't really want it to be too spiky. And the idea is that this was to signify a cage, and there would be a wren, just like a model. There's going to be a laminated cutout of one, I believe, in this. There would be a wren hung in the middle. So why do we hunt wrens? We're not savages over here. Well, some of us are, but not always. The thing of Hunt the Wren comes from an old folklore of there was a witch called Teggy Teggy who lived on the Isle of Man, and basically she had every man's attention. She was incredibly beautiful and had bewitched them they followed her everywhere, and from which everything was dying, you know, all the beasts and the crops and stuff, because no one was paying attention. So the ladies, the women of Man, got together and they pleaded with Manannan, who is the sea god who protects the island, the Manannan's cloak and such like, if you've heard of it, to do something about this. So there was a big battle between Teggy Teggy and Manannan. Manannan won, and he banished Teggy Teggy to the frozen north. Sounds like something out of Games of Thrones, doesn't it? This still to watch that. I've not watched it. I know some of the story of it, but not all of it. So yeah, he banished her to the frozen north, and she begged and pleaded to let her return. And so he conceded and would let her return for half a day, once a year. But when she did return for that half a day, the men of Man could take up sticks and beat her and kill her, basically. So she took the form of what was then believed to be the smallest creature in Man, a wren. You know, the tiny little bird, tiny little bird. So she was had to see, basically, to keep her alive. Hunt the Wren is celebrated by quite a lot of the culture groups on obviously the old culture groups, that kind of thing, on the island, and the schools. You know, they know the song, the song of it. I don't know any of the words of it. I might try and get the words up on there and give it a go, but I cannot sing. That is beyond me. Definitely can't dance. Not doing that one. That's ruled out. No silly TikTok dancing. Whereas now it's a bit of a celebration. It's to get together with your friends to go out and enjoy the outdoors on Boxing Day, and I think it is only the morning as well. So people would go around, and there'll be ribbons on this as well, hopefully, when I'm finished. I don't know, they might be a bit above my pay grade. I'm more used to like saws and drills and things, and than ribbons and pretty things. Yeah, and the ribbons could be bought off the Wren poles to give good luck. Yeah, so I'm going to get some crepe paper, well, tissue paper type thing. I don't know if it's crepe paper, I don't really know what that is. Decorate this, so this is going to be covered with red and these are going to be covered with green, and then I'm going to start getting some ivy on it. And we're just going to see how we go from there. I'm going to try and move the camera around so it's actually seeing what I'm doing, because obviously the desk is there. Now the lighting in here is terrible. So I'll see, I might be able to... The joys of the Magman. I've currently got it stuck to a fence bracket, but I might be able to use this piece of steel, clamp that to there and put the camera in here. Idea. We'll hunt the wren, said Robin the Bobbin. We'll hunt the wren, said Richard the Robin. We'll hunt the wren, said Jack of the Land. Hunt the wren, said everyone. Where, oh, where, said Robin the Bobbin. Oh, where, oh, where, said Richard the Robin. Oh, where, said Jack of the Land. Where, oh, where, said everyone. In yonder green bush, said Robin the Bobbin. In yonder green bush, said Robin the Bobbin. Yonder green bush, said Richard the Robin. Kind of lost where I was there. And I'm making a mess of doing this. Right, yeah, no singing from me. That's it. That's all you're getting. I'm trying to get this on. So that's the red on there. And I know I just said about everything being natural in here. I need to use sellotape. So I've got my sellotape. We'll get that on. And also, there was a slight delay because my battery died on the phone. So just as I'd stop recording and set it up to go record this, because it's cold out here, and the fact that the phone's been on all day, and it's not the 1990s where your phone battery lasts like 27 days, my battery had died. So yeah, just had to go find a charger and means to plug it in out here. So that is the red bit on. So what I've done with the green is I've got a sheet of the green and I've just folded it over so I can hopefully go around like so. Yeah, you don't need to see me doing this. I'm going to carry on, not talk, and do this quicker. Right, I hear you saying, what is the significance of the colours? So, the green is to represent the bush, the red is to represent the berry, as in holly, hawthorns, not so much blackthorn, but what else is there? Cotoneaster. All those bushes which in winter have the green and the red on them are represented by those colours. I'm now going to get the ivy and start having a look at winding some of that on. I'm probably not going to time lapse that because you're going to get bored of this and this is going to end up a long video. So I will show you what it's like when I've done a bit of it. So after much battling and faffing, I think we've got it there. It looks a little bit leafy down at the bottom, but that's kind of all the ivy I could get on, and obviously a couple of strands of ribbon as well. So am I going to be taking a career in making Wren poles? No, I don't think so. But amazing to do, absolutely fantastic. I'm down at the farm tomorrow. I'm going to be milling. We've got some emergency loads to do for milling. So I will see you tomorrow. Take care. Well, after a selection of arts and crafts last night, we're down at the farm. I'm back to it. So this trailer needs to be done. I've got to get the big green trailer out there done. And it all has to be done today. So it's going to be a bit of a busy one. I've just spotted this trailer's got a flat tyre on as well. It's not our trailer, but I'll see if they want that pumping up and sorting. So I'm going to crack on. I'll hopefully see you through the day. There we are. That's it. That's Dusty. Absolutely crazy day. Close to 20 tonne of feed out, and this trailer's all packaged up and ready to go. So yeah, let's see what else brings. Just having a flyover of a couple of geese. Look at all them. Hundreds there. Well, it's end of Thursday, but to be honest, I think there's enough in this video. And tomorrow, as my mysterious mist comes across me, I'm just out grass cutting. I'm gardening, other things other than just grass cutting. So I'm going to make this video tonight, which frees up a bit of time on Friday night. I do have scouts on Friday night. So yeah, me and my boiler are going to say goodbye, and we'll see you next week. Not a clue what next week's going to bring, and then it's Christmas. I can't believe it. So close. Anyway, thank you so much. Like, subscribe, and follows. See you later.